What's up YouTube? For today's video, we're back for Meowth Evolution Team. Now, Meowth has got a lot of evolution and forms now, and I thought I'd make a team out of this one. I really do enjoy doing these evolution teams, so if there's any people would like to see, suggest them below in the comment section. Big thank you to all the people that did rock up for my 24-hour live stream. I'm actually doing this video in advance, so I'm sure people did rock up for it, so thank you for that. It was a good live stream. Well, I know it's going to be a good live stream. Check it out in the description if you haven't checked out my Twitch for live streaming. Yep. Alright, today we've got two battles, and I'm not sure what this trainer's name is. I'm sure someone could tell me in the comment section. Someone always does. Thank you for that. And we got a pretty interesting battle. So this team was actually very weak to fighting. Like, every single of the Meowths were weak to fighting. So fighting Pokemon, a huge problem. Also, Fire-type Pokemon too, right? Okay, so we got a Duraludon lead here. I'm running a Nasty Pot sweeping special Lola Meowth. So this is Timid Nature, Max Special Attack, and Max Speed. So going for that Nasty Pot here. Now the item I've got is Focus Sash, and the ability I've got is Rattled. So we got an Iron Defense from the Duraludon. So like, okay, this is probably going to be going for Body Press right after an Iron Defense, because, you know, that's a really good combination with it. Probably one of the best combinations that you can do with, you know, Iron Defense. So, all I can do here is go for the Dank Pulse and pray that I can do a lot of damage to it. It doesn't really have very good special defense. Almost taking it. It was almost a one-hit KO. And now we have the Thunderbolt from Duraludon, not taking my Meowth out. It didn't matter anyway. The main thing I was worried about there was getting paralyzed, right? But it didn't happen. So I can go for another Dank Pulse and take out the Duraludon. Now the moves are gone. There's a Dank Pulse, Water Pulse, and Thunder Pulse. Not Thunder Pulse, Thunderbolt. Thunder Pulse, man. I just came up with another really good move. It's like Thunder Pulse. That has to be in like, I don't know, Gen 9. So we got one Pokemon down. I was very, very happy with that, getting rid of Duraludon. So this was actually probably one of the better Pokemon on my team too. And I know that's saying something. Like, you'll see soon. So we got the Gengar coming in. I was running a Timid Nature. Even with Timid Nature, Gengar's very fast, but I outspeed it. So like, maybe they're running like a they had to be running like a Modest Nature on this one. Gengar's going to go down. So I was very, very happy with that, getting rid of that Gengar. Or also slow, bulky Gengar. I'm not sure. I was just very, very happy to actually be able to outspeed that. When I outsped, I'm like, okay, it's going to have to be some sort of gimmick, but, you know, it wasn't. I thought it might be Focus Sash. Anyway, well, I've seen Focus Sash Metagross, so anything is possible. Focus Sash isn't all that bad on Gengar, I guess. It's quite a glass cannon. So we've got Clefable coming out here. Now, I was a little bit worried because, one, I'm not going to do much damage if it's unaware, and it could be a bulky Pokemon to get past. So going for the Thunderbolt, it definitely wasn't unaware because that did a lot of damage. And now it's going to go for a Copycat. Now, what Copycat does, it copies the last move used, and obviously it's going to be using the Thunderbolt on my Meowth, taking me out with my own move. That's pretty cool. So Copycat, Clefable. Copycat's a very cool move. I like that. So next Pokemon we got is the normal Meowth. So normal Meowth is going to be the G-Max Meowth. Now before I go for the G-Max or the G-Spot, I can go for a fake head here and get some nice chip damage, right? And then I can go for either just my Body Slam, right? I was actually thinking of running Payday, but Body Slam's got a little bit more base power. Now I've got Bite and Play Rough as the other moves, just for a little bit coverage in case we had any Ghost types coming in. And of course, fighting types, right? So go for the big old long boy Meowth, and this is one of my favorite G-Max Pokemon. More so not for power, but for looks. I just think it's quite a funny looking Pokemon, and it's a good meme, right? Looks, it sort of surprised me when I first seen, like, it was really, really long. Kind of reminded me of Alolan Executor, right? So we got our big old Meowth there. I can go for this is my G-Max Gold Rush. This is really good for getting funds in the Pokemon game as well, and you can hold Amulet Coin, those sort of things. I actually did a video on it if you want to know how to get lots of money in Sword and Shield. So Clefable is going to go down to that one, which is good, and I've only lost one Pokemon, so at this stage in the battle, it is 5-3, so I'm up at the moment. I've got a pretty comfortable lead, to be honest. Now, I actually thought they made DC there, but they didn't, and they're going to bring a Machamp, so I was like, oh, wait a second. Is this going to be a G-Max Machamp? Like, this would be the greatest face-off ever. Now, the best I can do is go for a Max Starfall against the Machamp. As soon as I seen the Machamp coming, I knew they were going to go for that big veiny boy. Now, this actually looks really, really cool in G-Max. I really like it shiny as well. Like, the on its arms and stuff, you can see the veins go down its arms. On the green, they're even more pronounced. It looks crazy. Definitely one of the cool G-Max Pokemon. So it can go for like a one Chi Stripe with I don't know, will take about one Chi Stripe will take me out like super easy. This is not a bulky Pokemon by any stretch of the imagination. So go for Max Starfall. It doesn't do a lot of damage to Machamp. We get some Misty terrain on the field. So expecting this is going to be my last move with the Meowth, but instead it goes for a Max Quake. So I was thinking, okay, they're going to try and make themselves bulky, right? That still does well over half health to my Meowth there. So they're going to get a raise in their special defense and making them even more bulky on the special side. Not that it mattered too much, because I could bring in a physical Pokemon and take them out. And Machamp's not what you call a very fast Pokemon. So go for another Max Starfall there. That does a lot more damage than the first one, in my opinion. Getting that critical hit there, and it's in very, very close range to actually take out. So now we've got the Max Chi Strike there, and my Meowth is going to get hit in a very uncomfortable place, and that is going to go down. But, man, we almost took out 4 Pokemon then. I think the Machamp should have just gone for Max Chi Strike straight away instead of, like, taking an extra damage from play. Maybe they thought they'd take it a little bit better and didn't anticipate the critical hit, right? So, next we got is my Persian. This is a special Persian. Weakness policy with Swift, Dream Eater, Endure, and Ice Wind. Now, Dream Eater is there in case I go for the Dynamax, and Endure is with the weakness policy. So, we've got Max Speed, Timid Nature, and Max Special Attack. Now, you can run Nasty Plot on this. I just wanted to run something else. I was thinking for a second that Swift would not take it out. Now, the reason I ran Swift was because I was boosting the power with Technician. Plus, I can't miss, so it's not all that bad a move. I've run a lot of special Persians in my time too. I think it's a set I've been running for like many, many generations. So now we got Greedent coming. Really good to see Greedent. I'm going to swap my Persian out here. I don't know what it's going to be doing. So going to go into my Alola Persian, it's going to be a body press set. So I was like, okay, that was a really good thing that I swapped there. Now this has Fur Coat ability. Obviously, otherwise I would have got wrecked. And this is a Choice Band set. So I thought, okay, maybe I could go for a switcheroo here. Or then again, I could just attack with knockoff and, see what it does to the Greedent. So going for the knockoff here on the Greedent, it does pretty good damage, but it didn't have an item. I'm like, what? So that actually was bad for me because I didn't get like the extra boost. And now we've got a Bullet Seed here. Bullet Seed is not going to do too much damage. I've got Fur Coat and it only hit me like 2 times as well. So we've got the Misty Terrain disappearing here. I'm locked into using knockoff. I thought, well, it's going to be a 3-hit KO anyway against Greedent. So what's it going to do? Maybe another Body Press. But then again, if Body Press crits me, I could lose one of my better Pokemon. So Alola Persian was one of my better Pokemon. So I thought, let's go into my Galar Meowth. This is a very tanky set. Look how well it takes that Body Press then. So it's about a 3-hit KO, and that was a crit too. Now, I can go for, this is a really cool set. So we've got Amnesia, Sleep Talk, Rest, and Metal Claw. Metal Claw, when you max its PP out, gets 56 PP. It's actually one of the highest PP moves in the game. I actually did a team based around the highest PP move. Maybe you want to check that out afterwards. So, taking that next Body Press, I feel like I can live one more here and go for another Metal Claw and boost my attack, then rest off and try and sweep through the rest of this team. So go for one more Metal Claw there. Does pretty good damage. We got another Body Press from the Greedent. Unfortunately for me, it's going to take me out. I believe the last one must have definitely been a max damage roller. That critical, it really messed me up at the start there. I could have definitely lived like easy 3 hits from that thing. All right, bringing back in Persian now. I can just go for another knockoff here to take it out. It is within range because I did do that before. There's no point going for Switcheroo because it doesn't have an item. Now, if I did come across like this, I will say this team did struggle against like really bulky, like tanky teams, or just like walled my team all together. That is why I had Switcheroo and Choice Band, right? Say there's a Toxapex right there. What am I going to do to a Toxapex, really? So, Twitcheroo. That's Trick and Switcheroo together. Man, I just keep making up these amazing moves. And I can switch that to the Toxapex and lock it in, right? We had a battle with a Toxapex, and I used Body Slam against it, I think, at least 12 times in a row, and it didn't paralyze. We got to the conclusion that it had Limber. So anyway, that was during stream. So Incineroar is the last Pokemon. I'm locked into knockoff here. I'm sort of like loath to swap as well because it's any fighting type move is going to wreck me. Go for knockoff there, and it's going to be going for a bulk up. So like, oh crap, here we go. Now it's setting up on me. So if this has got any sort of fighting type move, I am in a lot of trouble. So taking out the Persian, I was like, okay, if I sack off my Perrserker here, I might be able to bring Persian back in and maybe switcheroo them into a Choice Band. So it's going to be going for a Drain Punch there. This is my max health and max attack Perrserker with Steely Spirit. I've run this guy a lot of times. Works really, really nice. It hits very hard. So I can go for Close Combat or Fake Out. I've got Assault Vest on this set, so I take special hits. This is a little bit better. Actually, this was the team I used in the it was a recent video, that the Shiny Keldeo video. This is the team that I used in there. If you haven't seen the Hacker Exposed Shiny Keldeo video, go check it out, because this is the exact team that I used. I was sort of planning on using it back then, but, only got around to uploading it now. So, we got the, actually, no, it wasn't. That was another video. Just forget what I said then. I'm going crazy. That was the worst Gen 8 too. So, we got Incineroar flying a flamethrower out of its balls, and my Meowth, Alola is going to go down. Not my Meowth Alola, my Perrserker. God damn, all these pussies got me going crazy, baby. So now we're going to go into this Persian. I've got a Swift, and Swift is basically the only move I can go for here. I could go for Endure, get a Weakness Posse, and take it out, but I thought, nah, Swift should be enough to take out the Incineroar, and Incineroar goes down to a Swift. You know they were salty after going down to Swift, like... Okay, people, that's the first battle. A very interesting kind of team there. It's sort of hard to predict them at that time, so... I don't know, they just did some crazy plays and stuff like that. So let's go on to the next battle. This is a battle against Hunt Down. This one's actually on my Twitch too. So once again, if you haven't checked me out on Twitch, link is in the description of the video. And this battle was very, very interesting. So we got a Whimsicott lead here. Now, Whimsicott is got Prankster. It can set up all kinds of annoying stuff. So I was like, I wonder what they're going to do with this. Are they going to Leech Seed me? Are they going to paralyze me? Set up a Substitute? Set up a Tailwind? At this point, I was like, what am I going to do against this? Maybe I should go for a switcheroo and give him a choice band, right? Now we got the Whimsicott going for Protect, so obviously they're just seeing what I was going to do. Now I was like, okay, they're going to predict me switcherooing them an item. Maybe they'll swap here. Maybe I should just go for another switcheroo. I risked it and went for the switcheroo again, and the Whimsicott is going to stay. And so it's like, okay, I wonder what the Whimsicott's got as an item, and I wonder what set it is, right? So I'm going to give it a choice band. I get a Lumberry, and it's a physical set. Come on! So it's a physical set. My fur coat actually saved me from getting absolutely, destroyed dead. Now, at least, I mean, the only good thing that comes out of this, if I do get burned, toxic, paralyzed, frozen, you name it, it won't happen. Plus, I'm not locked into Choice Band now, so I can freely attack the Whimsicott. So go for the Play Rough there. Play Rough does pretty much donkeys to the Whimsicott. Whimsicott is going to go for a Seed Bomb here. Seed Bomb is going to be about a 4-hit KO. Now, I was thinking, I don't really want to lose my Persian at the moment, even though I'm not really doing much damage to the Whimsicott. So let's swap it out and try and take it out with another Pokemon, or just tank it. I thought, let's go into my Meowth Galar, because this thing is made to tank all those, physical hits, and especially something resisted like Seed Bomb. So Seed Bomb does nothing to my Meowth, which is really nice, and now I can start to set up my Metal Claws or go for some Amnesias. So if you expect a special Pokemon to come in, right, you go for Amnesias. If you think they're going to bring in a powerful physical attacker, just start boosting up those, Metal Claw, Tough Claw. All right, so we got the Vikavolt coming in here. Vikavolt is only going to be resisting that, super easily. And I get an Attack Rise, which is great. But unfortunately, they've got Rocky Helm. I was like, damn, that kind of sucks. Oh, the item I've got in this one is Everlight as well, if that wasn't obvious or anything. So we got the Vikavolt setting up the Sticky Web there. That actually really doesn't matter too much. Only two of my... actually, probably 2 to 3 of my Meowths are going to be affected by that. I'm just going to call them Meowths. It's easier. So, I could go for another rest there. I thought maybe I should just try and set up my Metal Claw. Mudshot is going to miss my Meowth. So I'm going for another, Metal Claw here. Getting close to taking the Vikavolt down to half health. The only thing is the Rocky Helmet is damaging me. So now I was thinking, okay, maybe I should go for a rest here. Or should I go for Amnesia? Maybe they'll miss again. I decided to go for Amnesia, and Mudshot is going to connect this time, and Meowth Galar is going to go down. On the special side, it is not very bulky. Plus, I think they're running definite special attack EVs, and Vikavolt's special attack is already pretty good as it is. So, bringing in Perrserker now. Now, Perrserker was a little bit faster, I'm thinking, than Vikavolt. Vikavolt's not very fast. I could go for a Fake Out here, and then go for Play Rough, right? So go for Fake Out. Fake Out does some good damage, which gives me some good hope that Play Rough should be able to take this one out. And fortunately for me, it actually outspeeds. Electro Web misses. Electro Web actually drops your speed. I'm going to go for the Play Rough, but Vikavolt lives it on 1 health. I'm going to take some more Rocky Helmet damage. At this stage, I've taken just purely Rocky Helmet damage. It's nearly taken away half my health. So at this stage, I'm just going to go for Iron Head. It's going to take it out regardless. And we got an Electro Web from the Vikavolt. It doesn't do it, it does okay damage to me, but it mainly drops my speed. Not that Perrserker was, very fast anyway. It wasn't running a speedy one. And down goes Vikavolt. So I finally took out one Pokemon. But in that matchup there, Vikavolt almost took me out just with Rocky Helmet. It's like that time. Did you guys ever watch that video I did when I took out a Mega Rayquaza only with a sticky buff? Only the most dedicated PIMPNITE viewers would have remembered that video. Or that segment in a video. That was probably one of my top moments of Pokemon. Like, that was fire. It was so funny. Anyway, so back to the battle. We got the Whimsicott. Instead of attacking me, it's going to be going for a Memento. What I'm thinking is it had Protect, right? It had Memento, Seed Bomb. I'm guessing it didn't have much to do apart from Seed Bomb and Choice Band. So they thought the best option here to go for Memento. And now I think they're going to try and set up on me. Because usually when you see Memento, the best thing about Memento, you want to get your Pokemon off a field, or you want to use that Pokemon that's out now to cause a swap or set up on. So we got Solrock coming out. Good to see Solrock. You don't see this Pokemon very often at all. I've got the Steely Spirit Iron Hand. I thought, let's go for that anyway. And it's going to be freaking Martin Solrock going for a Cosmic Power. Oh, here we go. So Martin Solrock's going to set up a +1 in defense and special defense. I went for Iron Head. Even after all those drops, I still do incredible damage to it. And I was like, oh my goodness, it's a weakness policy. But it's not weakness policy. It is leftovers. I think like in the same stream, I versed a Solrock that was weakness policy and rock polish too. So it was really funny to see Solrock being used like almost like simultaneously. It's like a Pokemon you never see. So we got another Iron Head there. I'm actually pretty close to taking this Solrock out. Does the Solrock have any forms of recovery? Like, does it have like Rest or Morning Sun, anything like that, you know? We got a Stored Power from the Solrock that's obviously boosted by the Cosmic Power, and the Stored Power fails to take my Perrserker out. I went for another Iron Head because I had nothing to lose, and Solrock is going to go down there. I actually thought that was a critical hit, but it wasn't. It was like, it must have been min damage and max damage. So down goes Perrserker, not Perrserker, the Solrock. I was very, if that had Rest, I was very happy to get rid of it. So there's not a lot I can do against Octillery. I'm just going to go for close combat here. And Octillery's going to go for a Focus Energy. So this obviously is going to be a critting set. It does have the ability Sniper as well. So what Sniper's going to do is power up the moves if they are critical hits. I'd say the item they're running is going to be a Scope Lens as well to get that 100% crit and then get the boost with, the Sniper ability, which is very, very powerful. So you get the crit boost and then the Sniper boost on top of it, which is crazy. So now we got a Dynamax Octillery. Now this is where I start to worry. Is like, does this have any sort of like, are they running a flying type move here? If they get really, really fast, it's going to be a big problem to actually, take this thing out. Because if you do remember earlier on, I think it was my Persian Alola actually got set up on with Sticky. I believe it was Sticky Web. Maybe that was the last battle. I'm not sure if there's a Sticky Web on the field, but no, there isn't. That's the last battle. There was a bit where my speed got dropped with Electro Web. That's what I'm talking about. So this has sort of allowed the Octillery to set up for me as well as the Memento, right? So next Pokemon coming in is the Persian. Now Persian is, there is a Sticky Web. See, I wasn't going crazy. Man, these Electro Webs, these Sticky Webs, man, it's Australia, there's webs, all right? Just don't roast me too hard. So I can go for an Endure here to try and stall out the Dynamax Octopussy, right? So I can go for Endure. Maybe I can get 2 Endures off to get rid of this thing. It doesn't really matter as long as I can survive 2 turns, right? I won't be having to deal with this Octillery. Now, the bad thing about this is it is actually getting speed boost here. It's got like a couple of speed boosts, and it's going to be very, very hard to take out in Dynamax form as well. What I need to hit this Octillery while it's not in Dynamax, and I need to hit it really, really hard. And I need to be able to survive as well, which is a problem, right? So if the second Endure is going to fail on my Persian, there was no point in attacking there either because I would have got outsped. And Octillery is going to take me out. I'm assuming, I'm not sure what sort of set this is running, but then I was thinking it's Max Airstream Flying move. It had to be a, I believe that was Bounce, so that was, that was definitely going to be running a physical set. So I'd say that would have been Liquidation. Next Pokemon we're coming in is the Alola Meowth. Now, if you remember from the first battle, I had Focus Sash on this. Now, most of the time, I tried to G-Max my event Meowth into the G-Max, Meowth. But then this stage is like, I can't do that because there's no way I can win this battle or even stay in this game if I don't go for a Dynamax Alola Meowth now and go for the Max Lightning and try and take this Octillery out. Now, the damage calcs were pretty good here. There's a pretty good chance that I could take this out. I was confident I could definitely take it out. And it's not often you see a Dynamax Alola Meowth either. Like, it's For a lot of you, that's probably the first time you've actually seen one. So, getting all big and stuff, I can go for that really, really powerful Max Lightning here as well. So, as I thought, it was a physical set, and that's going to take me all the way down to 1 health. That Focus Sash. Imagine if there was like a, I don't know, imagine if there was like a Spikes or Stealth Rocks on the field. That would have been me gone, right? So, go for that Max Lightning on the Octillery there. It hits super hard, but it lives on 1 health. It actually lived on 1 health. Are you serious? Now, I did the damage calcs after, and I'm pretty sure I had a 90% shit. That 90 was like the lowest, and 100 was the highest, I think. Anyway, Octillery is going to take me out, and guys, the merch is available, right? It's below the video. Check it out, all right? Thank you to all the people who bought some of the merch. I had to do a merch plug there. That was appropriate, right? So, I've got 2 more Pokemon left. I can go back into my other Meowth. Now, fortunately for me, this does carry Fake Out. I was like looking through my whole team, like, please have a Fake Out Meowth left. And I do. Like, if I didn't have Fake Out, then that was game. Octillery would have swept through my whole team. I think I did get a bit unlucky there due to Octillery leaving that Thunderbolt. That really, like, messed me up. So, we've got a couple of Pokemon still left. I still have my Alola Persian in the back, too. I was sort of, like, saving that for some of these other Pokemon. Now, we've got Sneasel coming in. I was wondering what this Sneasel set's going to be. I was like, okay, I can go for a Play Rough here. Or I could go for a Body Slam and try and paralyze it. I opted to go for the Play Rough here. Now we got a Fake Out from the Sneasel. Fake Out does some pretty good damage to me. And the rain is going to stop falling. Now that doesn't really matter like anything at all. Because all the Pokemon left remaining, you know, didn't really get like a boost from water. So go for Play Rough. And this is a freaking counter set. I'm definitely thinking out of Focus Set. Like, they had to be a Focus Sash on that team for sure. And, you know, I'm going to go down. I mean, God damn, the Octillery had a Focus Sash already. That should be banned. All right, so I'm going to bring in the next Pokemon, my last Pokemon, which is the Persian, which I hope was on 69 health, but it's on 59 health. Now, I can go for a Play Rough here. I'm actually not locked into an item roll, so I can just go for Play Rough or U-turn and take out this Sneasel. Now, there is 1 Pokemon left, and I am worried about it, right? Because this Pokemon is just a straight-up meme, right? And it could, like, well and truly, like, destroy me. So, the Weavile, the Sneasel, is going to be able to outspeed me. With the Icicle Crash, my Fur Coat ability actually saves my hairy backside there. Go for the Play Rough, and Sneasel is going to go down. Thank goodness for Fur Coat. Fur Coat's such a good ability. It actually gives a bit of bulk to my team, too, which is really, really good. All right, last Pokemon. You're probably wondering what this is going to be. And yes, it's freaking Ponyta Galar. And I am trying for a Galar Ponyta sweep. I've been trying for ages, all right? Don't worry. I'm going to try my best to get it. It could happen, like, eventually. So go for the knockoff there. And I thought it might go for a Horn Drill, but it outsped me and went for a Dazzling Scum. That is my Persian down. Hope you people enjoyed this second battle. That was a roller coaster of emotions. And I'll catch you tomorrow for another upload. Peace out.